So you're still in your latter years. You want to get another provider male because see this is when it starts to fall apart. See, you put your time in with your guy, and you built your way up. So you got the benefit of the 3 children and not having to work and everything else, and now you had the cheating issue. Fine. So you decided to leave that. You're not going to go out into the world and find another man who's in the top 10%, 5% earners and think you're going to get that later in life with no kids. What is he getting from you?
Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich, and today another video from the Godfather Kevin Samuels collection. This time, if a man cheats, should you stay or should you go? Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and leave your comments below. Let's go ahead and get into that video. Ching, you know what to do. Kick the intro, if you please. Rolling by trike. Here we go.
What do you got for me, Char?
Hello, thank you for allowing me on your platform.
Okay, you're welcome. What do you got for me? What question or comment?
Okay, so, all right, so I don't agree with how value man should be allowed to cheat.
Hold on, first off, hold on, before you say that, do high value men deserve to cheat?
No.
Do they deserve the option? Okay. Are you married?
No. I am divorced, 2 years.
Okay. And the husband you were married to, was he making in excess of $10,000 a month?
Yes.
For over 5 years in a row?
Yes.
All right. And why'd you guys divorce? Hold on. I got some questions.
I'm sorry.
I got some questions. Okay. So he met the economic threshold. Why'd you guys divorce?
I just got tired of the cheating.
Okay.
And you know, I feel that you should treat people the way you want to be treated.
Did he make that kind of money before you married him?
No, we kind of grew up together and we were married over 20 years.
Okay. So you got tired. Well, understand something.
I'm tired of the cheating.
Well, okay. So now, so I got to ask a real tough question. How old are you?
I'm 45.
What you got now?
I'm sorry?
What do you have now?
You heard him. Because you know the answer.
What do I have?
Yeah, what do you have now? You got no husband. What do you got now?
No husband, no.
Oh,
myself
okay, so,
and my self
right,
dignity.
so you have a dog or a cat? Which one?
Oh, no, I don't have any animals.
Okay, so basically you got tired of your men. So did you have to work?
No, I did not have to.
Hold on. Any children?
Yes, 3.
All right. And when was the last time you had to work to pay substantial or significant bills for the family?
I did not.
All right. So you had a man who was able to provide for a wife and 3 children to where you did not have to work to pay substantial bills. And now you got nothing. That makes sense.
No, she has more than nothing. She has her ego intact. She has her pride and her dignity intact. Outside of that, she has nothing.
I make my own money.
Hey, it makes sense. You've got no cheating, but you've also got no provision, no man, no nothing else. And you're free to do that. You are free to exercise that. And if that makes you happy in life and that's in your best groove and you're content with dying alone, good for you.
I probably won't. I have many
options. Yeah. Probably so. 1 in 4 black women were married. 1 in 4 black women were married. You've already exercised your one.
Here's what I have to say about that. I mean, let's be real. And this is the thing. When you get into your feelings, you get in your ego, you're not real. You're thinking emotionally. You're mad. You're upset. You're angry. Your thinking is clouded. Your judgment is clouded. If you want that man who provides and protects for you, what are the odds that you're going to get that at 45 years old? To make the best choices, you better be able to see into the future and see the big picture.
It's very unlikely you will marry again certainly a provider male. So,
Mm,
young ladies, I'm telling you real life. She left a
mm,
man that she didn't have to work for, and she had 3 kids, and she got tired of the cheating. So you said, so you decided to
right.
leave that. Cool, ma'am. If that's what you needed to do, cool. But
Hmm.
now are you working?
Oh yes.
Okay, so now you have to work
Yes,
because you got to provide for yourself now.
absolutely.
All
And I'm
right.
doing a good job of it.
Okay. And hey, cool. There's some women who would say that's smart, and there are other women who will say there's no way in hell I would go from a man who's providing for me and my kids to where I got to work in my latter years.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's your choice. But it's your
I
choice.
deal
It's
a
your
lot of it.
choice. It's
It
your
is.
choice.
That's
That's what I'm
right.
saying. But
Hmm.
is this? Do you plan on getting from 45 to the finish line by yourself
Hmm.
alone?
Um, no, I'm planning on remarrying.
Hmm.
I
And do
do.
you provide? And you plan on getting a man who has as much or more as your previous husband had?
Well, okay. Because I thought I knew you was going to ask me that question.
Well,
So, my, you know, I know that when I was married, we built
but
the
I
empire
need a
that
direct
we
answer
built
before
it
you give me a
together.
long answer. Do you plan on getting an average man making $40,500 a year, or do you plan on getting a man who's making closer to the standard of living you've grown accustomed to?
The standard of living that I'm
Exactly. So
accustomed
you're
to.
still in your latter years. You want to get another provider male because see this is when it starts to fall apart. See, you put your time in with your guy, and you
Mm-hmm.
built your way up.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the benefit of the 3 children and not having to work and everything else. And now you had the cheating issue. Fine. So you decided to leave that. You're not going to go out into the world and find another man who's in the top 10%, 5% earners and think
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get that later in life with no kids. What is he getting from you? The first man at least got kids in the marriage from you. The last man is getting you after your prime. Understand something. This is how men think.
And for you ladies, this is really important to think about. But the question is, if you're a woman and you're in her position, what are you going to get? What you're leaving him for what? I'm not saying you shouldn't leave him. And if you think that you're going to get better at 45 years old, well past your prime, you got another thing coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is not getting you after your prime. Why would he do that? Why would he not go get a younger woman who has more life left in her, who doesn't have these kind of issues that you're having? This is the problem when you ladies think you can leave one situation and just easily go to another high earning situation. I'm going to say this, ma'am, and I want you to think about it.
Okay.
When you get back out here and seriously start dating, seriously, what
Okay.
you're likely to find is what you had was maybe much more of a workable situation than what the present and the future is going to look like.
Okay.
The streets is hard, lady. She just don't know because she's been out the streets. She's been protected by her husband and provided for by her husband.
You're going to learn today.
Okay.
Just think about it, because if you're expecting to maintain that status of living, that means you're gonna need a man who can. That you're gonna need a man who's making a lot of money or more than the average man. And guess what? He's got options
Hmm.
too. We all
And
do.
I do too.
Right.
See, and therein lies the rub. Therein lies the rub with modern women, black women in particular. Put your up. I
Oh,
got them too. Put your up. 45-year-old
okay.
woman talking about I got him too, but don't nobody want him like they wanted him.
Mm, okay. But what about putting two incomes together? I can still have a comfortable living if I
Mm-hmm.
meet somebody who brings
Mm-hmm.
in, my income as well,
What
and
is your
we both
income?
have a
What is
comfortable
your income
living.
range?
65, 70.
Yeah, 15% of black men earn $75,000 or more. Ma'am, you're looking for an exceptional earning black man. The average black man earns 40,500. I bet
Okay.
your ex-husband's starting to look real financially good now because You put two incomes
You
together.
always
That's
have.
hold on, listen. You put two incomes
Mhm.
together, you still ain't gonna make what he made. And that means you're gonna have to work until your retirement. And then are you sitting on your 1.6, 2.4 million you're gonna need to get from 65 to 85? If not, where's it gonna come from at 45 years old?
I
Uh-huh.
understand,
Oh yeah,
but I would
I think you're
rather
starting to understand. I think you're starting to understand now that life is about choices and trade-offs. And if you get a guy
absolutely.
who's making if you get a guy who's making what you're making or less, y'all gonna be working until you die.
I mean, but it's okay because I'm gonna
Okay.
trade off. I'm trading off all the material things, all the
Okay.
assets and everything for my happiness.
Okay. Well, that's what the presumption is. But I got news for you. Uh,
Hmm.
you might find out that he may end up exercising his options too. Because if your high,
And
because
when
I'm, oh,
he do,
listen,
I'm
listen,
gonna exercise.
listen, 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 listen. Would you consider yourself to be a quality woman?
I do.
Okay. Would you consider yourself to have standards and be rather picky?
I do.
Okay. So if a man can meet your quality woman status and get through your pickiness and your, then he can meet a lot of women's status. See,
Boom.
if he can qualify for you, he can qualify for women just like you and less.
Boom.
See, a lot of women want that man. See, so you had one that was yours and you worked and built your way up. So you had equity in that situation, but you gave
Right.
up all your equity for a future position that you hope to gain equity in when you have less time to have the option. And then you think you're going to
Right.
go out here and still find some in a similar situation close to it. And still, with your standards and your status and what you want, he's still valuable. Young ladies, this is what I'm trying to let you understand. There are no perfect situations. This is
Right.
what our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, that's why they stayed with their husbands, because they weren't trying to be out here at 45. Ma'am, you know this is too old to be out in the dating world. You know and I know it. It ain't what we saw when we was coming up. It ain't what we saw. So we can laugh about it and smile, but you're actually smiling through the pain because this shit is not how it's supposed to be. You had a man who was your husband, who and you did not have to work, and he had 3 kids that he provided for. That was likely not the smart thing, but you're entitled to make that decision. I hope it all works out for you. I truly do.
All right, folks. So that's the end of the video. A lot to think about for a lot of women out there. I'm not saying a man should cheat on you. I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying if you're wanting a high value man, there's a certain risk of him cheating that goes along with that position. So if or when you end up in that position, what are you going to do? Think about her situation, 45 years old. Now she never had to work, never had to work a day in her married life. Now she's got to go to work and hope that she can make enough money to get by, hoping she can find a man of some kind of value, not equal value, because she is very unlikely to find the same kind of man, but find a man of some kind of value that she can live a life with that might not cheat on her too. Like Kevin Samuel said, life is about choices and trade offs. What choice will you make? I don't know. I don't know what choice I would make if I was a woman. And I know it's a lot to think about. What I do know is you better get up out of your feelings and you better start seeing the big picture. Because if you don't, you can make some really bad decisions that will affect you for the rest of your life. That's all I'm saying. So, hope you liked the video. I enjoyed watching this because it really, really makes you think about a lot of shit. Makes you think about the future. It really does. Ladies, especially, let me know what you think. Fellas, I know you're going to let me know. Leave your comments below. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button too, so you get our next video as soon as it pops off in 2 days. And of course, if you like this video, you know I got other videos just like it, just as good, and some of them even better. So check those out too. It's your host, Richie Rich, for Richie Rich Abroad, signing out. Get at me. Deuces.